Hello, open source.
If you're trying to figure out what's going on, what do all these people have in common? They're miners.
And that's it.
There we go. She'll eat it. That's it.
Do you guys want to introduce yourselves? I'm not really on this panel. I guess I'm just going to sort of moderate. This is Potato Osman. Who are you?
I am Colin Furs, and I do mine, I suppose. I'm probably, yeah, I definitely mine. So.
I'm Cody Don from Cody's Lab, and I've broken a few rocks.
My name is Brent. I live in the abandoned mining town of Cerro Gordo.
My name is Charlie Slamsicle. I super underqualified and probably developing carpal tunnel slowly. I just hold left click in Minecraft, the game. So, yeah.
And I'm Aiden, skip the tutorial. I do most of my mining around Y level 11, and I'm ready for this panel.
Oh, it's a battle.
Yeah, miners versus miners. How many of the miners in Minecraft or miners in real life have done the opposite activity? Do you play Minecraft at all? Have you?
I have played some Minecraft. My son has been through phases of being an avid Minecraft user. And I've kind of gone in, looked at him doing stuff, and then I've just looked at it and thought, if only it was that easy. If only I could just sit in my shed, just tap in, and I'm just getting so far and stuff. And then he comes in, starts clicking stuff everywhere, and I'm just like, oh, that would be the dream.
Like you hit the
I've
rock
watched
and it
you a
disappears.
lot and thought the exact
Like,
same thing.
You don't have to do any mucking in Minecraft.
He just called your job easy.
I recently ran internet 900 feet underground into our abandoned mine, so I'm hoping for the first day when we can actually play Minecraft in the abandoned mine. So if anybody's out there that wants to do that, we talked about a little backstage. I think
That's a good idea.
That would be pretty good.
I do actually get Wi-Fi in my tunnel. So not very well. If you stand in the entrance of it, you get it, and then if you kind of walk around to the bit which is under the house, you kind of pick it up again.
So just coming in from the house?
Yeah, it just bounces down.
We can play against each other in Minecraft. I don't know if that works.
We could totally do that.
And the Minecrafters, have you ever mined? Have you ever dug a hole?
I mean, like, back in elementary school, I didn't, like, so I only had a couple friends, and we would, like, take big rocks and kind of, like, throw the rocks at each other, and, like, they would break open.
Oh, no.
And so,
Wait.
Sounds violent.
it was pretty cool, guys. I mean, and sometimes there would be, like, it would be, like, quartz or something. We didn't know what quartz was, though, so I was like, okay, I'm going to be rich. That's pretty much the extent. My dad gave me like a shovel once for a project. I don't remember what it was, but he said, dig boy. That's pretty much the extent for me as far as it goes. But I think what you guys all do is super unbelievably impressive and cool. So.
Brent, how much mining do you actually do? Like, what do you consider mining, real mining? Is it digging? Is it just going in the caves? Is it...
I mean, mining can mean a lot of things, right? It could be blasting, it could mean a bunch of things. I don't do a ton of mining. We have refined small batches of ore out of the mine, but most of the time I'm looking for history, artifacts, so I get an understanding of the town a little bit more. And so I'm mining for, I guess, context or meaning, whatever I'm mining. But sometimes, mess around, make some silver, made some pendants, some rings, like Cody has before. It's fun.
It's kind of nearly the opposite to me, because, like, when I've been digging my tunnel, we've always had this joke in the back of our heads, like, what if we stumble across like a dinosaur or some, or something, like some fossil or relic? But then we thought, well, if we do that, then we'll have all these, archaeologists down here. The whole thing will get stopped, and it's kind of like, well, if we find anything, just dig it out, hide it, and then just reveal it at the end. It's like, oh, what's this? And then they can come and have a look at it.
I'm dealing with like this history that's already existing. You're like creating history, I think, now. Now in 150 years, people are going to be going through the Colin Tunnel, and talking about the artifact you left behind and things like that.
It's going to be crazy how it ages, because the bunker which I built at the bottom of the garden is nearly 10 years old, and it kind of doesn't look different to the day it was made. It's all bare steel. It's never gone rusty. It's just got this natural meal scale finish to it. And so I'm thinking, like, in another 10 years, is it not going to look any different? And is it one of those things where, like, kids will probably inherit the house, and if they're crazy, they might not go down there or whatever. It's an awesome place.
One of my favorite things is finding like artifacts from the past from the miners, and the mines are so dry that I found a newspaper the other day from 1878 that's perfectly preserved. And so for you, I wonder, like, do you purposely put Easter eggs down there, anticipating people in the future are going to like find these things, whether they're notes, things you put online, things you don't put online?
I've not put any notes or anything. I mean, I kind of use it. It's I go down there. It's where I watch the Formula One races. It's a bit of a store for some of the other inventions that I've made. So it's kind of like a little museum nearly. But then once it's all connected up, and you can get from the house and everything, I think it kind of changes a little bit then, because it won't feel like a separate room. It will feel just like part of the house. So
You need to put a skeleton behind one of the walls.
I think some actual people I could do.
Hide some blue jeans.
I could charge, and for getting rid of bodies.
Wait, did you say actual people?
Yeah.
Any volunteers?
Yeah, why not?
A long-term,
So many
long-term
people.
collab.
As soon as I started digging it, there was all these sinister things like, you get rid of a dead body on that. And then, of course, as soon as it got finished, loads of people were like, that is the perfect weed room. And I'm like, guys, come on, it's for watching Formula One and chilling in.
Would you go mining in real life?
Would I? Yeah, absolutely. I'm just thinking in my head, like, you have a Stonehenge level opportunity. Like, what can you plant down there that would make people ask the most questions? I would love to try it. Me and Brett were talking a little bit beforehand, but if you locked me in a dark place and the only way out was a pickaxe, I would learn. I think I guess anyone would. I would love to try it. I would love to also be able to, I don't know, experience physically what that actually is. It could be interesting to have a bunch of us pretty ignorant Minecrafters in there, right, with the pickaxe just working away. But yeah, I mean, I'd be game if you have a cave after this, I don't know.
I remember going into one of the mines and feeling like there's this fear. I'm like, whoa, in Minecraft, I'm like, you just, your character dies and you respawn. But in the silver mine, that's the only thing I could ask you. I was like, has anyone ever died in these? And you're like, yeah, a long time ago, yeah.
Yeah, there's been a couple of famous mining collapses at Cerro Gordo where the miners are actually still there. It's kind of haunting. I don't know if I told you that while we were in the mine.
I think you did, yeah.
Like they're sealed off and they're still trapped.
Yeah, so much of the rock fell on top of them that they're never able to get them out.
That's kind of nice, though, because then you got spirits to keep you friends down.
Yeah, and this is all being discussed while we were doing a Safety Third podcast inside of the mine, so that was...
Yeah, it was the whole time I'm thinking this is the last thing we ever do. You could see the light, though, that made me feel better. It's once you're sort of down there, because you can't, I feel Minecraft, you dig your way out. But in real life, you just die, I guess.
The closest I ever got to mining in real life was an internet historian video about a man in a cave, and that was enough to scare me. So I don't need to step foot anything below this stage. This is good for me.
How often do you think about it when you're down there? That there's so much rock and your life could end at any second.
I try not to,
Okay.
Try not to think
Is
about
that
it.
why? Yeah.
But for me, it's more almost like tunnel vision. I'm so excited about what's down there. The only time that it comes to me
It's
is
literally tunnel vision.
when I'm editing the videos afterwards. It kind of seems like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe I shouldn't have been doing that.
Yeah,
But
and then you forget about that and you do it again.
Yeah, and we talked about this backstage, but the invite extended. Both of you guys should come up. We'll get you actually mining in
It's
the mines.
seeming less appealing.
And
by the second. That's super cool, though. Yeah.
Cody, you have a cave, don't you?
I've done a little bit of mining. My grandpa's mine and such.
Is it his cave or your cave? Is he going to give you his cave?
What was that?
Is he going to give you the cave, or he's...
Oh, no, he's been dead for a long time. So it is mine now, but he's the one that dug it.
Now I feel bad. I didn't know. You phrased it like...
So I am hoping to dig a tunnel at Chicken Hole Base.
Yeah.
It's like a high-tech hobbit hole is my plans for that.
So, would mining be just, moving stuff, looking for stuff? Because I think, the classic Disney mining is, you find gemstones,
So- For that, I'm just digging a hole to put a little house in, essentially.
So you have to be looking for something to technically be mining?
I think mining is just the act of digging into the earth, I suppose. So
So you are mining.
yeah.
Did you go to the School of Mines?
I did not go to the school.
No. What is the School of Mines? Because you're near there.
It's a school in Colorado. I remember they sent me some stuff to they wanted me to apply, but I never did.
Did Did they teach Minecraft there?
No. My
Wrist
understanding.
action.
That's the school of crafts, and then they come together.
Okay, so how would, if you were to set up mining 900 feet underground, or playing Minecraft 900 feet underground, how would that work?
So it's been underway for a while now. It took me about 2 months to bring power.
Well, you started this.
No, the internet's already down there. I'm ready to go. Whoever, when we get a crew together, we'll go down 100 feet underground.
Wait, down the elevator?
Yeah, down the elevator.
Okay, so it got fixed from last time.
So an abandoned mine, nothing down there. Slowly ran power down there, tested that out. Got some help, ran internet down there. So there's now faster internet 900 feet underground than there is in my house somehow. I don't know exactly how that works. So we're ready. I just need somebody to teach me Minecraft.
Blocking
and
out stray signals.
We can
right?
play some. Yeah.
How long does it take to take the elevator ride down?
So to get down 900 feet into the main mine, it takes about 45 minutes to take. An elevator is a very generous term for it as well. It's a steel cage with a cable on the top of it that slowly lowers you down into the mine.
How long does a steel cage with a cable on top of it take to get down?
About 45 minutes each way to go down.
I feel like 15 minutes into that elevator ride, I'd
It's
really
still a lot
regret
faster
it.
than climbing a ladder.
Still a lot faster than the ladder, but you do have a lot of time to think about how many people have died in the mine as you're kind of slowly descending down the whole way.
You're adding to a legacy. There's a long, storied list of people who died in this mines.
More to
It's kind
come.
of like the credits.
What do you do if you have to like go to the bathroom?
So you go to the bathroom.
Like on the cable with the
Not on
thing
the cable, but the miners back in the day, what they would do is the mine was made with dynamite, and so there's lots of dynamite boxes down there. And so when I first started exploring the mines, I would find these dynamite boxes that were full with what looked like clay with all this newspaper. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. I can date how long it had been since the miner was down there. I was digging around in this clay. It was not clay. This is a 150-year-old toilet of the miners. And the newspaper, the reason the newspaper's in the mine is for toilet paper. And so as excited as I am to find something, as I said earlier, a newspaper from 1878, I just found toilet paper from 1878. Basically.
So that we actually do the same in Minecraft, too. It's a very similar waste management system.
Sometimes the streams are long. And,
Have you ever detonated TNT in real life?
Yes, number of
Okay.
times.
Have you ever seen what TNT does in Minecraft? Part of me feels like TNT in real life would be maybe slightly scarier and slightly less scary.
So that's something I'd love to
Okay, I
see.
say
Is
go
like
ahead.
a cubic meter of TNT, just to show what it actually would do.
You look very enthusiastic right now.
Like it would leave a crater.
Like, okay, wait. How would you do that? How bad is that? Like, could you even do that?
Oh, there'd have to be so many licensing. I'd probably have to notify the FAA.
Because a square meter is like really
that?
big. That's really big. That's a lot. That's a lot.
That'd be a ton of TNT. Or actually several tons because it's denser than water.
I'm really excited about that.
How would you do that? How would the setup work?
I would say just like out in the middle of the desert, nobody near it.
How far? A mile? Half mile?
At least a mile. So you don't want to be close enough that shrapnel could get to you, and pieces coming out of that would be basically like rifle bullets. There's actually a scar on my forehead that came from an explosion. Like when I was early teens, I had blown up a glass bottle, and a piece of the shrapnel flew like hundreds of feet and smacked me in the forehead.
And
Like,
dude, that's lucky.
it taught me to not watch explosions.
Yeah.
To like, don't be in line of sight with it.
Did you find it or it was gone?
I never found the piece of glass. It like bounced off.
So you're saying that the Minecraft explosions are not anywhere near what it would be in real life?
Oh no. If you had a cubic meter block of TNT in real life, there's no way your diamond armor would save you.
It probably wouldn't be a cubic meter though, would it? It won't be a Minecraft block. I've always thought like a 16-inch square or something.
It's
Pretty big.
Aren't the Minecraft
They're
blocks
cubic
cubic
meters.
Yeah. Is it a cubic meter?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if it's like a person's about 3 blocks, aren't they?
I think a person's 2 blocks, so it would be like a 3-foot tall
So they are-
cube of explosives.
That's still a
Oh
lot.
yeah, I suppose that's nearly a meter, isn't it?
For perspective, one time we wanted to open up one of the mine shafts at Cerro Gordo, and we had a former caretaker who had his blasting license to detonate dynamite. And we used 3 cases of dynamite. And a case is, so let's say, 2 foot across by 1 foot that way. And we blew up 3 of these. And before it blast, we wanted to film it, of course. And so I was like, how far back do we need to go? And he goes, go a quarter mile back. I was all right, great. And I had some friends out there with some really nice red cameras. We're talking like $75,000 cameras and all this. I was like, let's go a little further back just to be safe. We detonated the 3 cases of dynamite, and it just rained rocks all over these cameras for a very long time, damaging the top of them. And instead of opening up what we wanted to open up, we actually just collapsed it more. So there's a lot to do with dynamite. It takes some skill.
That is horrifying. You made nitroglycerin once, didn't you?
I think several of us have.
Yeah, that was me. I think.
I've never made it. I'm not as...
I'm thinking of someone else, but
that's kind of like notorious for being scary too, right?
I've actually taken a bottle of nitroglycerin and shot it with a rifle.
What is
And
nitroglycerin?
It's an old explosive. It's very antiquated. It's actually mostly used now as a heart medication.
It sounds like an energy drink.
Wait,
Take nitroglycerin.
actually heart medication?
Yes, it's a vasodilator. It makes your blood vessels, I think, either constrict or expand. It increases blood flow to the heart.
So then, that's what dynamite is, right?
So dynamite is nitroglycerin absorbed onto diatomaceous earth. The dyna in dynamite is not like dinosaur or anything. It's actually diatoms, the microscopic algae.
Really?
So their skeletons is the silica.
It's skeletons and
Yeah, they have like
nitroglycerin.
They have like glass skeletons. So the
Wait.
microscopic glass, a little like basically spherical, roughly, and the nitroglycerin soaks into that, and being trapped in such a small space stabilizes it. So that was Alfred Nobel's great invention, is stabilized nitroglycerin. So it's still powerful, but less shock sensitive.
What's the recipe for Minecraft?
In Minecraft, it's sand, gunpowder.
4 sand, 5 gunpowder.
Oh my God, you got it.
Yes, I should ask him.
What's the recipe in real life?
Well,
Wait,
interestingly,
no, let him cook.
So interestingly, in real life, you've got the diatoms, which is silica, so basically sand, and nitroglycerin, which is similar in composition to, it's got the nitrogen and the carbon and everything. It's basically like gunpowder. So it's like you're putting gunpowder with sand.
And
So
where do you
the-
find
the-
creepers in real life?
I mean,
In our community, a lot, unfortunately.
Yeah. Some of them pulled out when they realized it was spelled miners.
I remember that. Illegal.
do we want to do Q&A, you guys? Yeah?
Can I ask one question
Yeah.
before we do? Because we moved on so fast. Did you ever in a box? I'm so serious. Because you must have had to go down there.
One day,
Yeah, did you ever poop in a box?
one day I
In a
spent,
dynamite box.
one time I spent 5 days straight down there recording the audiobook to my book.
So
I would have to go.
one day you spent 5 days?
One time I spent 5 days straight down there. So you can
The gas
feel
is
it.
up.
Time
a
moves
fact.
differently down there.
So yes.
You didn't come back up for...
No, I stayed on the 900-foot level, at the level that I brought the internet and all that down there to record the audiobook for my book, Ghost Town Living. Check it out.
Oh, that was good. That was really good.
So you brought food and everything down for 5 days.
I still have a bunch down there. I'm actually trying to build out like a little suite down there, a little bit like Colin, but it's more remote, we'll say, than the garage or things like that.
So you just put it in like a box and you took the box up, or you just like throw the box deeper in the cave?
Brought the box back up this time, so in 150 years they don't have to go
So
through
it's
the
like 5
same
days,
experience that I had to do.
5 days in a box. The Gatorade bottles and stuff too?
Gallon jug.
Gallon jug, yeah. Trucker style.
Wait, so sweet. Are you making like an Airbnb down there?
My insurance agent described bringing anybody into the mine as gross negligence, and you can't insure away gross negligence apparently. So probably not anytime soon, but I enjoy the idea of having a room down there.
Yeah, and on that note, thank you for the invite down to the mine. Really excited to go.
I still kind of want to go down. I don't think my wife will let me though. Do you want to go in the mine? All right, let's do some Q&A.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, you have a mic. Oh, perfect.
Hi, I have 2 questions for Slimesicle.
Oh, yeah.
First off, could I get your autograph?
Sure, yeah, after this.
And
I'll
second
find
off-
you.
Second off, when is your next video?
Oh, jeez. I'm cooking a little something up right now. I actually just started doing my own little dig. No, I think it'll probably be another 2 or 3 months. I don't know if you guys have this too with like actual physical projects. I have a huge scope creep problem where like I'll make something and I'll be like, okay, my mental health is suffering. I'll never do that again. And then a week later, I'll be like, but what if I did? Would it be so bad? So 2 or 3 months, but it'll be worth the wait. So I hope you enjoy it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course. Have a good one.
All right, I have a question for Cody's lab. Do you still have magnet fragments in your finger, and can you still feel them?
Okay, so the magnet fragments actually came out about 2 years ago. They actually worked their way out on their own. So I don't know if you all know about this, but I had at one point implanted a magnet in my finger so that I could feel magnetic fields, like a high voltage or a high amperage cable. I could feel it pulsing for the AC, the little buzz that it would make. And one day I was shoveling compost, and the shovel hit it just right, and it broke the magnet, and I had to then extract it, which was way harder than put it in. And I had missed a piece, and the little fragment was in there for a couple of years after that, and it was still able to detect really strong magnetic fields. And eventually it finally worked its way out. And I would not recommend doing that yourself.
You never had an MRI during that time?
I didn't have an MRI, but I did expose it to the strength that an MRI would have, just to see what it'd be. And it felt kind of poking yourself with a pencil.
Whoa.
So about like poking yourself with a pencil is how it felt.
Could you like open a fridge like Spider-Man?
I could tell.
Picking up nails and staples.
Like when I touch a metal chair or something, yeah. I could feel that it was a metal chair because it would attract the magnet a little bit.
Right.
And after I took it out, I didn't have that anymore. I'm like, oh, I'm blind now. I don't have this sense.
Could you put like different polarities in each hand? So it's like, put your hands together. I can't.
That'd be a pretty big magnet.
You'd be stuck
Any
to the
magnet
fridge.
in your hand is too big.
Yeah, again, I make it sound awesome, but the instances when it was actually useful is very rare. It's not worth it.
Could I get your autograph after this?
Of course.
Hi, I'm just curious, what is the weirdest or like most bizarre thing you guys have found? And this is for all of you.
Okay.
Even Will, like
Oh,
with
like
your new
found?
house.
Just, like, on
yeah,
the ground?
Like while you were mining and stuff. Like what's the weirdest thing that you found?
I found some milk bottles from 1963.
Oh.
So didn't expect to find them in the drive.
I found a active water pipe. Oops.
Weird. I found somebody's lunch, like a lunch box that had like the
That's where I left it.
the like mummified pieces of meat and extremely stale bread. That was
I found some cult kind of paraphernalia, like some like propaganda newspaper stuff. That was pretty interesting.
Oh, we're going down the line. Lava. I mean,
I found an ancient city once. That was pretty scary. And that wasn't in Minecraft, by the way. That was just a separate excursion I had.
Thank you.
Thank you for your question.
All right, one for Colin. What happens to your older creations, and more specifically where I was introduced to your channel? What happened to 70-mile-an-hour mobility scooter?
The 70-mile-an-hour mobility scooter for quite a long time was in my mum's garage because I thought that was quite amusing. Because I thought at some point she might need it.
Oops, wrong key.
And then if she comes in one day, and says, "Oh, Colin, I think I need a mobility scooter," and I'm like, "Well, you've got just the one. It's been sat only a couple of meters from you." Most of the other stuff, it gets spread around. My mate Tom, he's got a container on his farm which has got a load of stuff. The second workshop, the barn, there's a second half to that. There's some of the bits in there, the Hulkbuster, the screw tank, the hover bike, land speeder. The TIE fighter at the moment is in a big heap in the corner of a field. because it got taken. It was in a sculpture garden in the local town, and we took it down and was going to move it somewhere, but then COVID literally started the next week, so then it just all got left, so it's kind of in a heap. But most things still exist. There's a few things that don't, but it all still exists, and it is just spread around Lincolnshire, so all over the place. At some point, I want to kind of bring it all together. So maybe if I do a 20-year on YouTube anniversary, I'll try and get them all outside the barn or in a field or something, just a massive pile of random stuff I've made.
So does the moped, the scooter, does it still exist then?
Oh, it still exists and it still works. Awesome. So all of my projects, I never rob parts from an old project to make a new one. So that everything's fully functional.
Cool, thank you. And where can I come find you for a signature?
Somewhere after this, I know. We normally get like chaperoned somewhere where we do it, so I'll be around.
Thank you so much.
Hello. Huge fan for a lot of you guys, actually. So my question is pretty much mining historically has had a pretty bad look, and it's kind of interesting nowadays that it's kind of a pop culture thing all of a sudden. But on that note, I'm actually a miner, the beer drinking kind. But what is kind of your guys' outlook on modern day mining? Like, do you guys at all aware of what's going on there, or kind of do you just stick to the historical side of stuff?
So, something I'm working on is mining asteroids. So, I can't think of anything more futuristic than that. I've unfortunately don't have access to the asteroids, so I have to manufacture my own ore and then the process.
BPS collab.
So, yeah, I've got some videos coming out on that. So, what you guys got?
I think to your point, I mean, obviously, a lot of things in the past have been romanticized, but I do think that mining's changed a lot. Back in the day, we were thinking about primarily hard rock mining, so miners with a pickaxe going in a tunnel. I would say a lot of the mining these days is an open cut or an open pit where they're taking down the whole mountain, which I do think is different for a lot of different reasons. And so, to your point, I think the technology's changed almost to the point I'm about to mine some asteroids even. But it's definitely changed. I think that the perspective towards it is different. We do have a tendency to romanticize the past, but there was some tough stuff that happened then. But I think that it's more impactful these days when the mining takes place.
The kids yearn for the mines. Isn't that right, Potato?
All right, thank you for the question. I think we probably get like one more in really quick.
Hey, this is a bit of a silly question. So, let's say all of you, except the baby, of course, are like all trapped in a mine, and you're given like two options. Sorry, I came up with this on the spot. Let's say you could either get unlimited bacon.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
But no games, or unlimited games, but no games.
I'm watching the clock. We have 2 seconds left, and it's over.
Oh no, it's over. We ran out of time.
I choose bacon.
I like bacon, right?
Bacon.
Really? But no games.
Yeah, but you've got. How can you have unlimited games but no games?
Can we hear the
I
question
think you meant
again?
no bacon.
Oh right,
You've upset
Is that
the baby.
no one has anywhere to be, right?
I think you have a couple of autographs to sign.
Unlimited bacon, like all of the bacon, unlimited, but no games, or games. All games, every single game, but no games.
Take it away.
No games.
I think
I don't understand
Like,
that.
I think I've been
incubate
having
it.
too much bacon.
Really let it incubate.
His bacon consumption level's way off the chart. He's coming out with this sort of stuff. He is just physical bacon.
All right, thank you guys so much for our
I would take the games.
miners.
Thank you all.
Thank you.